Hello everyone, welcome to my stream. Today we're gonna continue playing Talos Principle II and see what the next kind of puzzles hold. It's kind of crazy what kind of mechanics they are like introduced into the game. At least considering to like the first one. Just like they did a lot more than the first one. So let's not wait any longer and actually get into the game. Switch my scene here. Great so far. So let's continue the southern part and actually like the third world. In the circular oasis. An official oasis in this otherwise lifeless desert that stretches across the southern western portion of the island. The only thing I'm a little bit, I don't know how I feel about this, is like that every region, every world, what I call them, has exactly like 8 puzzles, 2 extras, 1 golden, like gate, puzzle, whatever, there's really behind there. And also one like lost lab. Just like it's a consistency which is like in one way great, but otherwise I was feel like a little bit weird. At least considering that it's also like shortened the map.
Young, I was having trouble figuring out what I wanted to do. I wanted to see the outside world, but even back then that wasn't really encouraged. I ran into Byron on Jameson Avenue completely by accident. And I was too nervous to talk to him. I mean, he was one of the first companions. But he noticed me and we started talking and he was really encouraging. Introduced me to Garrus and took me along on an expedition to the quarries in the mountains. Whatever flaws he may have, Byron cares about people. He changed my life.
Yep. That's Byron in a nutshell.
Let's see. What's this area like? Ooh. More sandy than I expected.
So, here it looks like there should be an anti-gravity elevator, but it's locked down. I'll need you to connect to the data stream again. I'm really sorry, 1K. I know it's a big risk. I wish this technology wasn't so bloody unstable.
I really like the variations between these worlds. They are like own respective kind of sub-area, like the northern parts, the but the parts which was really like snowy, but also like mountainous, and all the differences, but also like here in the south with that more of a sometimes desert look, but also like now a more of a Oasis one and so on. We like that.
Have you seen Miranda's design for a transport system that would connect all the labs to the machine?
It's amazing, isn't it? I think she's really excited about showing this place to people one day. She also kept asking me about what kind of monuments we could build, you know, to really transform the landscape, show the possibilities.
But her capsules only fit one person.
It's just the first iteration. Give her some time. She'll figure it out. Remember how many mistakes we made in the beginning, even with all the blueprints we had?
But that's not my point. It just worries me that she lacks context. Her imagination is incredible, but it's still limited by what she hasn't experienced.
Would it have been better if she'd been raised in New Jerusalem? If her mind was limited by self-hate and decay? If all she could imagine was sitting around ignoring the universe in favor of self-righteous solipsism?
No, but I don't know.
Sorry. You're not wrong. We can't stay hidden forever.
Actually, how would we do this one? Not with this setup. We have a blue as an output here, but oops, me too. But it's not gonna help much, because we still need to bridge the distance here. So actually, red might even kind of be better, because now we can like connect these two. This one would be right position. And now we can just use these two to get the green signal. Yeah, which makes more sense than the other way around. Okay. Something between the first and the second puzzle. It's a problem reader. Sitting upon the top of a, not only a dune, but also like a little monument or like little, like the test here. The riches. From selected archives documents. Getting rich was the worst thing that ever happened to me. I see that now, at the end, when the insight is useless. But being poor was great. No longer having to worry all the time. Being able to afford the best doctors. Being able to go on holidays. Being able to take care of my mother. But being rich? It just isolated me. It changed every interaction with every other person. Because suddenly I had the ability to change their life. To fix all their problems. And they knew it. And I knew it. A simple choice on my part could take away so much of their pain. Every interaction became infected by this inequality between us, and it made me bitter. Made me feel every relationship, even with family, was transactional. I was desperately looking for some genuine human experience, but I seem excluded from that now, and it made me resent everyone. What I didn't see, what I only see now as I'm dying, is that I could have used that mind for good. All of it. I don't mean giving it to some NGO run by other rich people. I mean really use it. I loved movies. How many indie movies could I have financed? How many books could I have gotten published? And how much could I have just built? Not another villa for myself, but things that would benefit civilization in general. Hell, I could have just given it away. Made all those lives better. Taking away that pain. And if that at the end of the day I was only left with enough money to be upper middle class, so what? At least I would have been the person I wanted to be. Athena commented, resource wealth as such has no value. It only matters in terms of the ability to act. But what made this ancient human so unable to act? it can't have been a personal failing, as most people of similar wealth acted the same way. Cornelius replied with, perhaps the answer lies in scarcity, or the system built on it, naturally optimized towards resource accumulation. Historical circumstances, not individual sin. And Meander also commented, but I have read about rich ancients who did act differently. They were rare, but they did exist. So it is possible for people to defy the will of history. From Tincolo to Athena. It's all a joke, isn't it? A giant prank perpetrated on all of us. The goal, the founder, the assimilation. I don't even think you exist. I don't think biological humans ever existed either. What nonsense. I bet these messages just go into the Major's inbox, or straight into the recycling bin. You all suck, MO. Okay. Founding 9. From Hypnotis Journal, Volume 1. The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 676. After the chaos of the last months, quiet has returned to the city. I suppose we are calling it a city now, although this small collection of dwellings, inhabited by a mere 25 people, seems to be barely deserve that designation. We have to come up with an actual name soon. I suspect after the first 1 or 2 decades, calling it the city is going to get a little bit stale. Everyone has an opinion, of course. It's the talk of town these days. I'm personally hoping that the new Alexandria will win out in the vote next week, although I suspect Ilium Legacy carries the most weight. Brian came up with some city suggestions like Constantinople, very New York, and Robert Paris. Okay, the comment is not really readable anymore. 5358. Number we've seen multiple times. Also seen as an error right there.
This one seems to be corrupted. It's almost like something tried to delete it as you were downloading it. Pandora, maybe.
Most likely, at least. It seems like she's really trying to hinder us, but also messing with the system just to accomplish that. The passageway. Also like telling us to not do it, and just trying to persuade us in general.
It's coarse, and rough, and irritating, and it gets in my ball bearings.
Okay. That's something, I guess. I guess a little kind of homage to an quote there. We don't want to have... no, I did the wrong one. Also need to take this one with me, so... just rotate twice here. Or once is even fine too. Now this... is interesting. Okay. But I see what I'm meant to do. First of all, get a second connector through using the red signal. That's easy enough. Now we can turn it counterclockwise. And we should be able to maybe even get now the third connector here. So we've got all the connectors we need. That's the wrong one. No, it doesn't matter which one I will use, because I need to use either of them 2 times. Okay, so now we can make a little shortcut here. Okay. And make a shortcut, but I need to rearrange some position here. So now we actually have this one fixated on it. And I'm just noticing that this is like not necessarily needed. I mean, it would work like this, but this is not helpful. Okay, so... Let's see, can I do it like this? Nope. Like this, nope. Also, please don't connect this one. Yeah, this one's great, because now we can... Oh, I stood probably in the way somehow. Okay, we will just do it again, I guess. Didn't really mean to. Right kind of line there, but yeah. Okay. Now we got what we needed here. Oh, a red signal. That's good to know. We'll just need to rotate it once counterclockwise, and we're kind of just fine with it. I didn't like I'll try to see what we need, but it's not a problem.
I spotted the lab with the drone, sending you the coordinates.
Okay. There's something else in this kind of corner here. We have something behind this kind of dune here. Oh. Yeah, it's a hidden test chamber. At least it seems like it is. I'm mostly pretty happy about the fact that we have a compass that just shows where some of these things are. Because this one in particular wouldn't have found any other way. Convolution. Okay. We have a platform there that's possible to use. Or like get more height through it. Okay. You can see some things we need to get. Yeah, but this wouldn't help. Okay. I can actually see something that we can do. Just Oop. Nope, please on this platform here, thanks. And connect all of them. Now you can keep the connections and put this one and upgrade this one again. And now it's just open forever in there. And we don't need to do anything else with it. So now we got only like this one right here. I mean... nah, that wouldn't work. I mean, if like I would like take the connector and put like something as in maybe like here. I would maybe get all of these points of interest connected, but also the red laser would block it, which is not helpful. Maybe I should take it, but if I would like put it in my should like take it, and the problem is that it will like enclose. Okay. Is there something else we can do? I mean, it's obvious that this is not the intended way, because there's a obstacle in the way. Hmm. Cannot really get this one out there. Because I cannot be in there whilst also using it. As also like getting blue signal from out there to actually move this one. So this seems to be not the thing to do. It's interesting that like you need to put the red connector there. You don't have any freedom with it, which is interesting. Actually, don't really see how this is. So this could be possible. The platform. No, I don't think this would help us at all. This one is important here. Okay, maybe I'll soft lock myself now, but if I will take this one right here. Then I actually could move this one. At least a little bit. The problem still is I cannot do much with it, but I could... Oh, actually I could power it itself. Oh, that's making things really easy now. Sometimes
well observed, 1K.
Sometimes you're just making a puzzle harder on yourself, as it actually like is. Okay, so we all got this one. We also got a message here from social media. What do you see? A person trapped in a maze, desperately looking for a way out. Someone greeting their friend, happy to be living in a beautiful place. Ancient human calling someone on the phone. Nothing? I mean, I can definitely see a person trapped in a maze. If they're like desperately looking for a way out, is a thing of interpretation of the like picture itself, but I can definitely see this one. Someone greeting their friends, happy to be living in a beautiful place. I don't see this one as much. I'm trying to see this as what I would like see as maze walls, see as just some like lines, not like 3D but like 2D, to see the kind of picture another way. Ancient human calling someone on the phone. Imagine that maybe this one would be like the head. This would be like an arm to the device. Maybe. That's also hard to see. I agree with Ariadne, I agree with Oasis, I agree with Zagran, I agree with Pellegrino, or a guy shooting laser beam from his eyes. Okay, I don't know. Alright, especially it's a frog. It's an eyeball inside a giant robot. Or it's a Frenchman. I don't know why. Honestly, I may be a little bit like uncreative or like not really creative in that kind of sense of this picture. But for me, it's like only the first one. The other ones, I feel like are some I can see a little bit. Like the ancient human calling someone on the phone, I can maybe see this one a little bit there. But the other ones, like the ones I commented already, or like the options I have, I don't see these ones. Personally, at least not so. I'll just be simple here, it's a Griff Arena. I appreciate your perspectives, thank you all. I'm not sure I'm going to continue in this abstract style, as I've been drawn back to more representational art, which just feels more substantial to me, but this has been an interesting diversion. Understandable. The third chamber is also on the rim of here. Although honestly, every chamber seems to be large just around this tower from their location. It is so far.
She's remarkable, isn't she? She sees so much beauty in everything.
She is, you're right. But I'm not sure she doesn't see too much beauty.
Is it wrong to be delighted by the perfection of the universe? To look at what surrounds us and experience awe instead of just fear?
No, but to call it perfection implies a kind of moral value that it doesn't have. The universe is cold, Athena. It doesn't care about us, or about life, or civilization. It fundamentally cannot care. But Miranda seems to think it's almost benevolent, purposeful.
You're right. But have you considered that maybe she sees something we can't see? A step ahead? You know, Cornelius, if we succeed, the next generation will not be like us. They might see the world in ways we never could have imagined. Maybe she's the first sign of that.
I hope so. I really do, Athena. You know that I love her, and I am perpetually amazed that this being we created that came solely from our minds is so profoundly different and unique. That does strike me as a kind of miracle. But it's also a huge responsibility, and I worry about our choices.
I was just thinking, are they like... We did just like mentioned about the... how they're like getting like better. Some kind of sense even like smarter. Does it only reference to the 1K goal in general, or are they also like trying to make even better robot humans on this kind of side? Because I'm not sure. I mean, it technically could like be, but also maybe they're just referencing to New Jerusalem in that kind of sense. I'm not sure.
What is freedom? Is it merely to be ruled by those who speak one's language or share one's customs? No, that is merely a more convenient servitude. Is it to have no obligations, no loyalties? No, that is not to be free, but to be alone. What of freedom from hunger and thirst? Here we are closer to the truth. For freedom requires life. But one may have all the meat and all the wine in the world and still not be free. The most important freedom of all is the freedom to speak one's mind, to make one's thoughts public without fear, and so participate openly and boldly in democracy. It is the freedom of the dissenter and the gadfly, the rebel and the fool, that is the true measure of whether a city is free.
Okay, so for the statue there we need a red signal, which I think we always needed like a green signal, so it's interesting that's like different. Okay, we can get up there. It's most likely like the first real step we can make and see what's maybe still like up there. So let's see. Ooh, teleporter pattern. Also multiple buttons for multiple different platforms. Okay. So yeah, I think that's not a big problem to see what the game wants from us here. So it's like a weird cable there. Just like teleport. This one we need like for later. Let's... Is there a teleport pad there? I don't think so. So we'll take this one with us. And... ooh! Didn't want to fall down. So now we just need a way of actually like changing it. Okay, I mean, I don't think there's something hindering me from just doing it like this. I just know... Ah, okay. Yeah, it's almost like the right thing to do, but I should put teleporter elsewhere. Or else the way of doing this is that would not be kind of right. Because I wouldn't be able to actually like use this one. Maybe even do it a little bit more differently then. Huh. Because maybe I need to set this one too. I maybe need to even actually put this one right here. So that like it's just driven to the goal, and then I can just use the teleport itself and be at the end. Interesting. There's something else going on here, and I've noticed it already as I was just fiddling around with the elevator here. Actually, I have a connector here. And I don't think that's probably like a output here. I don't think there will be. Just looking around to make sure. But I could imagine that we like need to position it for later use. To actually use it for this one there. Also like wondering from where this could like come from. Okay, I can definitely connect this one there. And going anywhere over to there would not be really helpful. So I was also like cover up to the statue itself. Huh. That's bizarre. I was just gonna be placed there and figured out later, but it's kind of obvious that this has something to do with it. Also, interesting. I just wanted to try this one out. It's like a weird but still like interesting thing to do. Okay. Just wanted to also check that the location where the connector was is not like actually a output. Although that would have been like too easy. So I didn't like imagine that much. Oh, and we got also another puzzle here. Okay, you got 3 locations. Okay. That's something I will do later. But still there's something way out here too. What exactly stands so far out here? Is it another puzzle? It is. It actually is. Ooh. What do we have here? The transfer, and we've already read output, which is interesting, but I'm not sure if it's gonna help us a lot. we can change this one here. We have a connector. And also a input there with a barrier. Also have like a side area here. Oh. Okay. Got some extras too. That's great. It actually kind of is. Because we can actually connect these here. These are like sharp angles, but still. It's great to have. So now we need the signal of the red one also at the end there. But we can move them, and that's something that's interesting. What about this? Okay. It's somewhat interesting to see. I mean, this place up here is something special in some kind of way, I would argue. I don't think that this is like just for like show or something. I think there's something actually to do with it. I'm not sure what the exact kind of reason might be, because the problem just is that I can like connect it. No, even not. I cannot even connect it with this one. I have actually another idea. Okay. That's interesting. I still couldn't use this run in that kind of way. So, something I already like thinking about is to actually kind of skip this gate right there. Because no, I could not. No, that's right, I could only like pull it to the surface, not push it away. But I could pull it from this surface. So that's maybe an option for something. So actually, the kind of why this is here is just to actually get this item out of here. I would like to go. Thanks. So now we have both of these connectors. We can change the place of this one right here. And then we just... Okay. We'll just put this one right here and pull this one up. But we need to watch out that the whole thing here doesn't get in the way with other things. One problem I actually kind of have though is how would I get up there while also... I don't know if this is like possible. It's technically in there, but also it stands still. That's actually a problem. Problem for my plan I actually had. It's also not really possible. So my idea is that I just use pull here to get me kind of across. How would I do this one? Or better to say, how would I get this one up there? That's the kind of bigger question I actually have. Also, I also don't know if I cannot move this one. This kind of way. This would like take myself. I wouldn't be able to get this one with me. This doesn't work as I wanted to. I can put this relatively low actually. But I cannot jump into it. And also from this area here. So that would actually kind of hard to do. You know what? I can just... yeah, just get it over there. Okay. But how will I get over there? I would be able to place it here. Yeah, but not here. I would be able to place it like here, okay, but that doesn't help me. I will use the connector to power this door to get through it. Because I cannot really get up there without any kind of thing. Can I get up there? Like, can I just walk there? I can walk there. Oh, that's interesting. But can I do something with this information? I don't think I can, actually. Oh, how can I actually get this one, though? Not be able to get it from this point, and that's the problem. It's like a big problem, actually. I mean, I could get up there through means of this, but then it again would be like stuck on it. Ooh, this is a little bit more problematic than I really like to. Or maybe I'm just not really seeing the solution that easily. So if I, for example, would go back up here, take this one, and in theory I can just do something like on these lines of this. Also can like take the gravitor shifter with me. And now I can like see this one right here pretty well even. But that doesn't help me. Like that doesn't help me at all. I mean, can I get like up here, but problem is I cannot power or like run the red signal from the output into the input with only one connector. I would need both. Because I cannot else place them in the right kind that would need them do. Okay. I just wanted to see what kind of would happen if you try to get out of the stream, which doesn't work. Also, I don't actually know why. Probably because there was no space for it? Yeah, but let's just like place it like this and then drop down, okay. Now this is another helpful thing too. How could I do this? I have the feeling that I need to kind of skip this one right here. And I mean, can have it like put like here the craft shifter. But the cool thing would like to have it not like this because it's just blocked. To have it like this, and to kind of like use it in that kind of way. But the problem is that I cannot get in there from my positioning. Like I have no possible way to actually get up there. So I have nowhere to go through. There must be something I'm not seeing. Must be something I'm missing here. What am I missing here? Even then it wouldn't help. Can place it more forward. But will that help me anyway? I don't see how. What kind of shenanigans does the game want for me to do? Yeah, I wouldn't be fast enough to do that one. And even if I mean, first would be like the wrong way, because then I would just be stuck up there without anything of a way to get something else there. I need to test something. Would that be a possible way to get actually this one through here? No. Okay, and if we like place this one right here, it still stands in the stream of itself, but it will not get pulled by it. I don't like this one. I just don't see how. Ooh. The problem is really like the setup in the after the barrier to get it there, because I somehow need to get the connector, which is just standing right up there, and myself get across. Or like possibly like powering this? That's hard. I mean, if I would be like able to like manipulate the switch while also being like up there, then it may be like a possibility there, but also I don't have the wave to do this. It's honestly hard. And I'm kind of stuck on the asteroid here. Huh. Actually, I have another idea about the kind of end way the solution maybe needs to be. Because in the end I need only one connection actually at exactly this place right here. I'm now standing, but I would like see both of them. Can easily exit that, so I only need a way to get one of them in here. Just essentially like I already like do. Well, like in the end I just need to something like this here. Oh, that's fine. That's some grass. Okay, it just made myself a lot more like harder than it actually kind of is. Which, well, is a little bit stupid, but yeah, okay. Okay. There's actually like no real way to get the red signal out from there. At least I don't see how I would be able to do this. And like use this red signal from there to get to the chamber 3. And from there and then just to the one monument with first star. I don't think that's actually like a way. I need to find another chamber which maybe gives me a possibility there. Maybe number 4 has it. But I can see the and find the entrance actually. It's quite grand. Control. We have a red signal here, and maybe with the right perspective we may be able to see it. But first let's just see how this test chamber goes. Okay, I can rotate this one. What the? What's happening here? Okay, this one is broken by the wall. Okay, interesting enough. Somehow this red one also opens the door. Okay, come here. Let's place you outside of this one. Okay. Let's try to get it stable here by placing this one down. No, it still be like activated. And we actually need to put all 3 of them here down. That actual drill here. I need to get blue here. Yeah, okay. So the drill is kind of obvious. We want to have the drill here. No, we just need the red one there. Okay. Huh. Okay. Actually, I push power yourself like this. And now power you two over this kind of angle away. Because now I can put everything like this down. The problem we actually about to face is that it's not really like the end of all of these kind of things. And of course there's something missing, although not really. Only if you're not using it right. Need every aspect we have to actually succeed with all of these ones here. The test chamber 3 is somewhere in this direction, but I can't really see it. That's not helpful. Maybe something else can help. I'm not that certain, but yeah. We'll see about the star one. We get them. I know, that's one thing I'm actually certain for. Ooh. Interesting. So this place is just falling into itself.
There are entirely too many strange things going on around here.
Ooh, but this one survived? Not without problems. We already have like an error one here. Oh, it's already titled error. And it came to pass in the 11th year, in the first day of the month, that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, because the Tyrus have said against Jerusalem, aha, she is broken. That was the gates of the people. She is turned unto me. I shall be replenished, and now she is laid waste. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I am against thee, O Tyrus, and will cause many nations to come up against thee, as the sea causeth these waves to come up. And I shall destroy the waves of Tyrus, and break down her towers. I will also scrape her dust from her, and make her like the top of a rock. It shall be a place for the spreading of nets in the midst of sea, for I have spoken it, saith the Lord God. And it shall become a spoil to the nations. And the daughters which are in the fields shall be slain by the sword, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Okay, maybe I'm not just really like getting it, but I have the faint feeling here that these phrases got scrambled, essentially. Well, whatever. Faith. Perhaps faith is neither choice nor submission. Perhaps faith is a demand. For our pain to have meaning. For the stories of the world to rhyme. For a world designed by a loving hand. Perhaps I will believe with defiance. In the forgiveness of all sins. In the kingdom of God on earth. And even the resurrection of the dead. I will believe with clenched fists and gritted teeth and prayers that refuse to be gentle. Okay, now project 10. Only try 5358. Unreversed trial at secondary site. Something, catastrophic failure, she's gone. They know where network schematics. Yay, overloading time.
It's over. We failed. Everything we thought we were doing. It's all ashes now.
I don't think you really believe that.
She's gone, Cornelius. She's gone because I failed her. She's gone because the machine that I built killed her. She was perfect. And now, she's nothing.
I know you don't want to hear this. I know you want her to be perfect, to be blameless. But you didn't kill her, Athena. She killed herself. She killed herself because she was reckless, because she was naive. And frankly, because she was a little arrogant too.
She was reckless because I filled her head with dreams. Dreams of the future. Of a better world. A world that nobody wants.
No, it's not the dreams that killed her. It's that we brought her here. It's that we tried to build all this outside the city. We raised her without people, without society. The wilderness is for prophets, Athena, not for children. We should have stayed, fought for our ideas.
It's too late now. It's too late.
Okay. So that's what kind of is going on. I can definitely get now why Athena was, if she's still alive, kind of in the hiding, because she is not probably gonna get over that guilt that fast if she, or like there's like a little way of she being like linked to Miranda's death. Because I guess it will be Miranda
They
we're
lost
talking
their
about.
daughter. Right here in this ruin. Cornelius and Athena lost their daughter. Miranda's dead. So even the founder doesn't have perfect control over this technology. Even the founder makes mistakes. Byron was right in a way. We turned the founder into something she never was. She was never perfect. She was never infallible. No one is. Listen, I understand why you and Byron see so much hope in this technology. You want us to be better, to grow. But what if it all goes wrong? If even the founder couldn't get it right, what hope do we have?
And nothing's forcing us to repeat the mistakes of the past. Mistakes will happen, but bad things happen no matter what we do. The risk of the megastructures concerns me. That's why we need to know more. You're right, this technology could destroy us or the whole planet. Well, it's definitely like tragic that Brenda died in a way, but we don't really know like the details in that kind of thing. So we only know that some kind of machine killed her, and it's probably something that was kind of built in this whole megastructure complex thing, but we don't really know the details about it in any other way. And to then just kind of judge the whole possibilities that just lay in the megastructure to be completely dangerous doesn't sit well with me. I mean, there will be like dangerous technology, machines and such on in the megastructure, and in the end it's all like resulting in the way of the use of it. So yeah. I will just go with mistakes will happen, but bad things happen no matter what we do.
But what if one mistake is enough? One mistake was enough to kill Miranda. And the energy readings from inside the megastructure are insane. What if we try to use it and blow a hole in the planet?
That's catastrophic thinking. People only ever have these phobias about new things, but all our established technologies have their dangers. If we only ever consider the worst case scenario, we do nothing and then still die. The universe is inherently dangerous. A major natural disaster is always coming our way. You need to have a little faith in our species. That's what precautions are for. We can do things carefully. The planet will be fine in the long run, or you're right, this technology could be too much for us. There are so many things here I actually kind of would want to pick. I mean, first off, the like that's catastrophic thinking is a little bit like leaning into it. I feel like, but it's not really like that kind of comparable to it. So that's what we like do it like too much, I would argue, to like answer to him. The second one actually is really interesting because yes, definitely new things. People only had ever like phobias about them. Like a way they would not necessarily like, accept them and would be really cautious about them. And sometimes even yeah, just blow out the kind of negatives or the dangers about them. This kind of reminds me to like the history lessons where we had a depiction of I don't know actually when the time was, so I'm not gonna be able to recall that exactly, but essentially it was like the beginning of electrification and electricity being used, and there was this like character of a spider actually made out of a light bulb and, well, the like typical electrical symbols as their kind of legs, and like they were like this kind of deathly electrical spider would be like a depiction of the dangers of electricity, which people just had as a phobia. So I definitely see this one. Also like this one, yeah, sure, if you only consider the worst case scenarios, we do for nothing then still die. It's like the stagnation would take the lead and nothing would like happen, and yeah, it's not really like an answer either. In this scenario itself, but also here I'm thinking that this kind of answer would still lean too much like in the first one, in the thing that this will only be the worst case scenario like only, which is not really like the thing to consider there, I feel like. There is inherently dangerous and major natural disasters always coming our way. I mean, true, but it doesn't really connect that well to the problem we have at our hand here, so I don't feel like that's fitting. You'd have a little bit of faith in our species. It's not really... that's only like subjective, and yeah, you need to have a little faith, but also that's not helpful. I feel like the best thing to actually say is that that's what precautions are for. We can do things carefully. And there will be maybe sometimes people who are just not really cautious enough, as in the case of Amanda probably is, to just like, it's as they were talking about it, Athena and Cornelius, it seems like Miranda was too curious without thinking about consequences or negative that could kind of happen through her actions. So I personally just feel like that's what precautions are for. We can do things carefully.
Don't you think the founder took precautions? Human history is full of disasters. Do you think they're all down to carelessness? Not arrogance? Not hubris? Just a lack of precautions?
Ideas like hubris just absolve us of responsibility. Some disasters were unavoidable, but we can learn from those too. Right precautions may not be enough. What's the alternative? I definitely get what he's kind of saying. That Athena probably had already like some kind of precautions in place for like that machine or whatever was like really the problem here, but and essentially you cannot foresee all possible bad interactions, bad ways, and then just take or have like precautions for it. That's mostly some things that are just like, actually some precautions are like before something happens, and sometimes some precautionary measures actually got just derivate from situations where something actually happened. So I would like to say some disasters were unavoidable, but we can learn from those too. But I feel like he doesn't really like to hear this one because he had the example that we may be able, or we may blow a hole in the whole Earth, and that for this time this would be like a disaster that may be unavoidable then, and then to learn from it would be like a little bit difficult and all. But I'm still gonna stick with it, even though he may like throw that angle at me.
So basically, you think all of human history is just one long learning experience? Even this?
Isn't that the whole point? Yes, it's our duty to make it one, because we're still a mistake. It's not something that's like automatically like happening, so I feel like yes, and is that the whole point is a little bit not really like true in that kind of sense. But I would argue it's our duty to make it one, and like that we like record the history right, and also try to look at the past and see if there's something like that happening. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Sorry. So I duty to make it one.
I never thought about it that way. You're right. All I can see is how we keep repeating the same mistakes. But if we just give up, then none of it had a point. Then all that suffering was for nothing. Miranda's death was for nothing. Anyway, thanks for talking to me. The truth is, lately, I sometimes feel kind of lost. The universe is vast and threatening. History is depressing, and I need something to hold on to. Something other than fear. I have to figure out what that is.
That's understandable. You're welcome. We have the 5th chamber somewhere.
Thanks for your help, 1K. The elevator should be working now. And Yakut, I'm sorry about Miranda. I know you're looking forward to meeting her.
Yeah. It's definitely a bummer there. That's just how that happened, and what the... Oh well, equals nothing, I guess. Oh! I didn't expect that to happen, because until now, like fall damage, yeah, there was some effects there on your kind of screen, but still nothing really like killed us. That's interesting. So there must be something how we could get like down there. Oh, like here. Maybe that's what she was actually like referring to as she was talking about the elevator. That she like fixed the elevator with this whole deal. Okay. Interesting. Number 5, bridging the gap. Different ways here. Got 2 plates we want to press at the ends. And I don't really know if I can put this one right here. It's a bit janky. Still works. And oh. Yeah, I didn't expect that to happen. Come here. Over here again. That's... So probably I can take this. So I can take some from there. Okay. So that's usually the case. So I take it. Huh? I'm confused. Ah, I see. Yeah, okay, but that's not really a problem, I would argue. Oh. Just put this one right here and we're golden. There's no problem with this. I don't need this anymore. And now we just take this one from here. Yeah, actually... a sweet but short chamber... without much to it, feels like. Just looking around for a second here, because we didn't really see the whole, like, place here. We're kind of just waltzing through. Okay, social media, we're all going to die. Oh, this is already promising of a title. Look at what happened to Miranda, the founder's own daughter. The megastructure is going to kill us all. Get a grip. This is absurd and also disrespectful to Miranda and her parents. Who cares? She's dead. They're probably dead too. We're all dead if that thing blows up. It could collapse the whole world into a singularity. You really should calm down, Fred. There's a legitimate point buried in what you're saying, but panicking isn't going to help anyone. There are reasons to be concerned, but I've found one case arguments quite convincing so far. Every step forward in human history has come with its mistakes and sacrifices, but we can always learn from them. None of you understand. We have to listen to Pandora or we will burn. Fred, why don't you come by my shop for a chat? I have something that could help you with all your crabs. Thank you, Helga. Closing this thread now. That's not a helpful attitude, so yeah. Okay. Notice that it would like kind of saved here, but cool. Also, there's another pawn reader here, so there's an opportunity to collect more. Extinction. From Second Archives documents D to F. The dodo, extinct because of Homo sapiens. Stella sea cow, extinct because of Homo sapiens. The Labrador duck, extinct because of Homo sapiens. The Rocky Mountain locust, extinct because of Homo sapiens. The Turlakin, also extinct because of Homo sapiens. The Deepwater Cisco, extinct because of Homo sapiens. The Golden Toad, extinct because of Homo sapiens. The Northern White Rhino, Rhinoceros, extinct because of Homo sapiens. The Splendid Poison Frog, also extinct because of human sapiens. The Ammo Leopard, extinct because of Homo sapiens. Literally every last orangutan, extinct because of Homo sapiens. And Homo sapiens, well, what do you think will happen to them? It's time for the madness to end. Cornelius commented a shameful list, and yet we are the only species that wouldn't ever make such a list and feel bad about it. Miranda commented, because extinction is normal in nature, a common side effect of evolution? And therefore Cornelius replied, exactly. What I want you to think about is this. Is natural extinction less tragic? Should we be less opposed to it? Where is the difference? If there isn't one at all. Okay, and early luck from Trevor. Let's hear it.
Man, this sucks. It's one thing hearing about the symptoms, it is another totally to experience them. I feel like an insect trapped in resin, slowly congealing. I can keep working for a while though. There's still a bunch of critical tasks. I don't know what I'll do when I'm done. A lot of people have gone home, but Alexandra's still here. I don't think she's left even once, not even when her best friend died. We chatted a bit yesterday. She likes peanut ice cream. Not pistachio. Peanut. Well, at least we can agree that strawberry is an abomination.
exactly is this one for? Oh, for just holding it open. Oh, that's cool. Then we just can take this from right here. Oh yeah. I was confused for a second what I can actually do. I need to set actually something up. Or else this whole thing wouldn't do or wouldn't change anything. Because if I need press the button, I also want to still be active. Oh, come on. Really? Didn't want to do this. Still got no choice with it. Okay. Now it should hopefully not be in the way. At least I hope so. No, it still is. Because it's getting pushed. So there's no kind of way this will work while it's like between them physically. Like to the left of it to be more precise. Now it functions. Yeah, so I'm just gonna take the red one right here. Put this one down. Take the other one. And just connect them. Nothing too bad here.
Having a friend like Byron is a rare blessing. Someone who listens to you, who disagrees, but still appreciates your thoughts. The more we explore this island, the more convinced I become that he was wrong. And the megastructure is a threat to all of us. But without people like him,
Oof.
I'm not sure New Jerusalem is worth saving.
I totally get the cautiousness about all this stuff, but I feel like some people are didn't want to jump down, are a little bit too, well, cautious in a sense. What is this? I don't get what this is. Weird. Okay, I'm gonna swap these two for now. Ah, just missed it. It's actually an output, a red one. Huh. That's interesting. And it only can be accessed from this moving platform here. Okay. So what do we have up here? Actually need also blue here. Okay. That's a little bit annoying to go back here, but I definitely need to put a hole up there. Maybe... Huh... I mean... No, wait. Okay, you do no wait for me. That's great. Actually, I want to do some things here. First of all, take the rule with me and put it up there. Because I need something that's on the pressure plate here. And that something can definitely be the drill itself, while it also drills the hole. So now, that's not much of a difference here, but I want to place this one like so. And now get these two connected while also being in the rightest, the first place away. No. It's enough. Nice. Lovely.
Congratulations. That one looked difficult.
Was a bit convoluted. but not was something much to it. At least it didn't feel that way to me. Oh, the palm reader. And a frog who just jumps in my like face. Cool. Ah, een autolog van Lefrazier. Number 9.
There is a kind of peace here in the desert. A perfect silence. This is a dead place. More dead than almost anywhere else on Earth. If the ground could have a personality, it would be malevolent. But as I said before, all this in some sense does not exist at all. It does not hate us. It is simply the opposite of everything that life requires. When you sit in the dunes and you hear only the wind and nothing else at all, and all the complexities of civilization fade away, you truly understand that spiritual peace is a great evil, a kind of shallow banality that we must always strive against. It is spiritual excitement and enthusiasm which sustain our humanity. Spiritual peace is a vile and cowardly surrender to oblivion.
That doesn't work. Where are you coming from? That's something, I guess. I mean, actually something I can do is set something up like so. And why are there like crows here? Can these crows stop, please? Now I can actually get out of there. And we can actually power this? The bigger question is now what for? Why would you want this one? And... It's a little bit hard to see what actually we can kind of accomplish here. Oof. That's an interesting puzzle here. Problem is we need to rotate it once more. And we need to have then a blue signal over there. Because you can only get through with a red signal, like into here, because we only have one possible way. That is actually not completely correct. We have another way. Another way of something like this. Yeah, but this wouldn't work. If you would like to rotate it clockwise. Because now we just have two blocking lasers. Which don't do anything essentially. Wait, I think we have also like this one right here. My question is, what is this one for? Oh, actually, there's something. I can see a way that this is for something. And that something needs to be in here too. Because now the whole idea is to put this one in a place more accessible and actually connect these two and put something like here. Now we can rotate it counterclockwise and this door is already open. And yeah, we can just essentially put this one right here and then or just through. I didn't think I would that kind of way. But cool. Also, this wasn't really like easy, because through the rotating platform you had multiple states and positions you could use it. So that was kind of like a cool puzzle there. So yeah, just also do the tower. What? That's in theory better, but not in practice. We have something like this. Yeah, no. That's not something that's helpful. I feel like the first part here actually is not something we definitely like want. More of a little bit more of convoluted way right here. We put this one right here. But that's way too far out. Maybe something like this. And rotating it. Nope. Something like this maybe, but we didn't have an opportunity to actually get in the right direction. How about this one? We'll start with this shape here. And now we just... these two pieces cannot be together. Like they're the straight up like opposites of what they are. So it may be even like the best way to start with. Not this way. Not like this. That's not really right. Although it's somewhat close. Can you please turn these pieces? I mean, maybe you actually need to get kind of back here. But the distance is far too off then. That's not really it either. There it is. Okay, let's try the other piece here. Like in this direction. Maybe with something like... And this doesn't seem right either. That's just too close. Something I can do with this piece. That's also too close. No, this one is not right. It's just not it. Okay. Now the big question is, what kind of combination didn't I try? And this one is definitely not the right one. Because they're not allowed to be the exact next ones, I feel like. Nope, take this one. Oh. Nice. Actually weird. They're starting to take a little bit more time because they are actually like... You don't really want to go in a certain direction necessarily. You can go in this direction. Yeah, this one is not right. Okay, you know what? We will do the same kind of deal again. Not sure about this one, to be honest. I still like mirrored. Okay, let's start with an L, actually. Maybe something that goes forward at least a little bit here. That seems lovely. No, this does not. That's definitely what I want. Okay. That's not even possible. I still gotta go totally back. Honestly, this piece is not helpful. At least doesn't help, feel helpful. What am I expected to do there? It's still ways off. See. Yeah, this is like too far out actually, but this one could work. Yeah, nice. The try and error actually worked.
Prometheus was bound for many years, his torment seemingly eternal, until one day Zeus commanded his son, the great hero Heracles, to free the Titan from the rock. Why did Zeus relent?
Zeus knew that his son needed Prometheus' help, because he recognized that he had been wrong, because no one punishment should be eternal. Ooh. I'm not too deep in the kind of lore of the Greek mythology, so I don't know if this Zeus' son needed Prometheus' help or not. I'm just gonna go with because no one's punishment should be eternal.
If the consequences of a crime are eternal, should the punishment not be of equal length? There is grief without end, creature of clay, and misery without relief. How can these things be forgiven? A time of dreams is at hand. To save your friend, you must do as Heracles did. But what will follow, none can see.
Okay. This laser.
Well, at least this part is consistent. The megastructure is opening again.
All right, everyone. Assemble at the VTOL as soon as possible. Melville, keep an eye on the energy readings, please.
Yeah, that's something we want to do, but also, how's it going?
Hey, 1K. How can I help you?
Are you okay?
I don't know. Still feeling a bit shaken by Miranda's death.
It's okay to talk about it, better focus on something else. Can't change what's happened. Yeah, we can't change what's happened, but still, it's better to talk about than just to, like, push it away, like, all the time and don't really think about it that much, but still be suffering from it.
Thanks, 1K. Maybe in a while. I'm still processing.
Yep, I get that. That's all. Thanks, Yakut. So we have the... was it the fourth chamber? I guess it was the fourth one. Where we had the... no, it was not. Fourth one was where I had the idea to actually get the laser maybe to the 3. Chamber number 3. Just see, 3 was in this kind of direction. To just see if there's a way to see, but yeah, I don't feel like there's a way. Ah. It's like the other statue with the other puzzle, which we also like need to do, but still I wonder about the other star, the other monument. Okay, I can't really see how I would like get the laser to it. Oh, interesting, it already like reset the chamber. Ha, that's weird. So I know I set it up there and I don't see the period light from it. So yeah, it's just back to normal. Which isn't quite helpful. Something up here. There are not a lot of windows I can see. There's in general a lot of possibilities. I don't know what to connect to it. I mean, is there something in this kind of direction that I may be able to use? But I don't see what would be kind of able here. Across there, I mean this one, and it's a long way to it. Hey, Bubble.
What is it?
What do you think caused Marina's death?
From examining the data, I think it simply came down to not taking enough precautions. Clearly, protocols existed that would prevent such accidents, but she didn't apply them. That's a technical answer. If you're looking for something more philosophical, I think it's easy to mistake insight for revelation. She thought she was meant to discover something, as if there was some force guiding her, and so she discounted the outcomes that didn't match her expectations.
What do you think about Miranda creating life?
I understand her reasons for doing it. But organic life is the most unpredictable machinery. Self-replicating, self-interested, and prone to mutation. She should have been more careful.
Yeah, thanks, Will. That's all for now. I don't really... I mean... Is it somewhere really stated that she got kind of killed with the kind of machine, or somewhat to do with the creation of the life forms? I don't know. I don't think that this was like said in any way, but still in the conservation now it just seems like it was. But I don't recall it that way. Heroes only... No, Hero was only also like a red laser too. But the direction I can like connect here is not even close to possible. Okay, we will see that like later on. Let's first try to see this map here. Cannot really make it bigger. That's not that helpful. Okay, we have like these different kind of test chambers. The big kind of question is which represent which. Huh, okay. And I need to check something. Really quick, because I think I've seen something which I'm just curious about. Okay, I can't see it from here. Yes, it actually is a possibility. You can select this one. I don't even know what it is. But you can actually do this. What is this? Oh, then you get another signal point there. That's how you connect them. Give me another connector. Somewhere around here. Oh, that's the wrong direction. Or whatever. It's not that problematic. But it's all the way up there. Okay. Well, yeah, maybe I need the second one too, actually. Get a signal there. Okay. I need to adjust you a little bit more. Now it's actually coming through, and now we can get the red signal and just redirect it from above the whole tower, which is kind of wild. Also, I didn't really expect that. It was really a really something that just sort of kind of happened randomly. It's kind of cool that I actually like found it out for myself. I didn't think that would like happen, honestly. And the kind of guess was just something I've like seen like this. The way this kind of the way through these, or like this entrance here, just seemed like it would be connected in that direction, even though it will be connected with the thing up there, which is still something really cool. That's like the only kind of direction I kind of used to just try it out, and it kind of worked. What else can I say there? I personally didn't expect it, honestly, but I definitely take this one. I'm just happy that I stumbled upon these ones.
There is no tool that is not also a weapon, and no human that would not wield it as one.
Okay, yeah. Understandable. Okay. I'm just gonna run around and I need to find one of these switches to actually like make, or like to deduct which kind of building would probably be like it, and I think that the like switch would probably like be outside of it. So there's nothing behind that one. So I would think that it will be like at the back side of the puzzle. At least if I'm like... Okay, no, this one wasn't on the back side. This one would be like... on the one of these ends here. This one could actually maybe be it, because there's some outward structures coming off it. Although the backside doesn't really look like it. But if it may actually be this one, then it should be somewhere around here. That's a problem also, like I don't really know how this is kind of mapped out. Mainly because I don't really recognize these structures necessarily. Although this one seems like I'm not the one I'm just currently at. Because it had these like... what's going... structures there. So that would mean that I actually like on the wrong side of it. And we can say that the bottom right one lays in the northeastern direction. So this is northeast. Now should be like northeast here, so so it means just that south and southwest are the other ones. South and southwest. So like this one right here should be it. And there's one like the entrance and behind the entrance actually. I think that that's the way it's depicted. So we have the entrance there, and this whole building is like also really like weird. But there should be, hopefully, be a switch right around here. And there it is. Nice. So we got the switch up here. We can just go... Well, from this point on it's not south, but it would be like in the eastern direction. I just had east? No. Maybe still more southern? And this one seems not too wrong. And it would be like on the other side of it. So, not on this side where we're coming from. But on the other side there must be some kind of switch there. Waiting for us to actually use it. Thankfully we can actually like run backwards. That's cool. And there it is. Okay, so we got two of them. And the last one is actually in the area below. So we need to go actually down there. Which is cool, I guess, because we can only effectively get down there from the kind of bridge to the tower. Where there was also the elevator. Because just jumping down isn't an option. As we already like established. And have seen that this is just a death for us. There's just like in the end a invisible ceiling slash floor, which if you like touch it, you're just gonna reprise yourself. So we needed to get there, essentially just on the other side to our right. So like, I don't know if this wall is really deep. Doesn't seem to be. Like around here. There it is. Okay. Cool. I actually got one world down with both stars without using the guide. I'm sort of impressed. Although, honestly, one of them I only like got through randomness a little bit at least. Like there was not something kind of clear to the narrative being connected to it, but it will take it definitely.
If the answers of philosophy are true, why has no philosopher changed the world?
Okay. I had the opportunity to give our stars and still be disappointed. Did not to do anything. Well, we got to the megastructure.
You all know I don't share Byron's enthusiasm for the megastructure. I don't know if the founder really intended for us to be here, and I certainly don't trust this Prometheus entity. But Byron is one of us, and we don't leave people behind. So we're finding Prometheus and freeing him, whether Pandora likes it or not. Here's how this mission is going to go. 1K, it's clear to me that you have some kind of special affinity for this place, and that the entities respond to you more strongly than they do to us. So, once you're inside, I want you to take point. Do whatever you need to free Prometheus, but remember that our prime objective is to save our friend. Melville, I want you to stay at the VTOL and let Yakut and 1K go in. I'm going to stay behind as protocol requires. I don't love the idea of sitting this one out. Byron is my oldest friend, but we're doing this by the book.
Yeah, I get it. He doesn't want to take any kind of risks there. And wants to stay behind. Also, like, he doesn't really want to stay behind in theory, because he would like to also look out for his friend, but yeah, I think it's just better in that kind of sense. Because also, like, Brian endangered himself only because he was just running ahead and interacting with things without actually thinking about anything else. Only to get more information about Athena and also like Miranda and so on. So it may like be best. Also, I don't know if Akratas actually would like, if it would like be like see Brian to actually run ahead, but it's not something to be that we can like say for certain that it will not be like happening. Nice. There are set of stars kind of used, but still, as I've thought about, or thought, it's still nothing happening there. We need stars of the west area too to actually do anything with it. But we're getting closer. If we're getting closer to it at all, so let's see what's in the megastructure. See how we can like free Prometheus. Just standing there.
All right, I'm taking us in. Let's hope we can find the big guy.
Okay, almost crossing the green laser. I mean, the small ones are harmless if you like walk through them, but these big ones, I'm not so sure. Okay. see what we can find. Oh, elevator. Finally used them? No. Still not possible. There is a way, okay. Just some floating cubes. Totally normal. This one we can actually use. Interesting.
Yay! I found another elevator. My favorite. Once again, I have no idea where I am. No sign of Prometheus so far. Hope you're doing better, 1K.
Well, then that's the same thing, but maybe find it actually. Okay.
I know I've said this before, but look at the size of this. How can all of this be one machine?
This is what you get when one machine builds a bigger machine, which builds an even bigger machine.
That's our whole history, isn't it? The whole history of humankind. And it's not just machines. It's science, it's literature. Knowledge builds on knowledge.
Essentially, yeah. And that's just one kind of product out of it. The whole refining process. A lot of elevators. This one is compared to the last one. Oh god. We're moving really fast. To where we're going. Oh. Hi there. I've seen you before.
Be careful, 1K. We don't know what's down there.
Well, let's see. Let's see what's happening with this lever. Ooh, okay. There's a little bit of everything here. Multiple of these chains we need to destroy. Or just remove. Yeah, I don't know if you like destroy them or if you like just undo them in any way. Okay, cool. That's definitely the wrong way. So this one is like for the end. Okay, so, yeah, it's doing great. Let's see. I want to get up there. Oh god. What the? First one to kind of get in the way. Can we get to this wall? I'd argue hardly. Okay, how is this meant to go? I mean, in all honesty, I don't think there's other starting piece than just this one. So this was like, there's nothing else possible. Oh, this one is interesting. Okay, select a piece. I don't know exactly where we are selecting this one. Oh, now we are. Let's go with this one and right here. Okay. It was a bit confusing there, but still pretty doable. Okay. There are options of so many other pieces. It's so little space. Okay, first pin. Out of the picture. It's the first one down. Do, do, do. Let's get to the next one. Oh. Shortcut this one and judge another shortcut. Yeah, that's better. Okay. We have a lot of these puzzles here. And also like a lot of small ones. So far, especially like these two-piece puzzles, it's only like, okay, you need to switch from the first one, which is like the default one, to the second one, place it down, and then you can just place the first one and you're done. Not rotating much, not doing much else, just that is a solution, and it's let's just say it's interesting, I guess. Okay. This red arm is technically free. Free of any chains. Okay. Where am I going here? Where am I headed? This one right there. I came from below here. Yeah, that's all. Can also like get back. Okay, so we got that one. Or like these twos on the side here. Now I would like to do those first the right side. Force left arm before we move on to the kind of other somewhat main area in the back. That's something for afterwards, after getting our arm free. Sure. Come on, maybe rotate. And we're finished. Yes. Let's get firstly to this one. This doesn't seem right. Like so. Yeah. Way better. Oh. Hi there. I can see you.
I don't think you can get up here, 1K. Guess I'll have to do a puzzle after all. It can't be that hard, right? It's not like everyone is depending on me.
Yeah, sometimes you need to do a puzzle. Even if you don't like it, you're good. I'm not a fan of these, but yeah, just how it is. Okay, well, I cannot do anything with it, so in the meantime, I'm actually gonna go ahead to the other side.
This has to connect over here.
I figured out.
Wait, if I do this, and then that... What?
Oh. Oh, I see. You got time. Oh.
Wow, I feel really smart. Also, never doing that again.
Okay. Just needed to figure out the labyrinth ways. Actually getting through here. Oh, that's fun. Like this part of like everything. We need to close in on the distance here, so just put everything in here. But this one isn't quite so helpful. Maybe so? Yeah, okay. Still pretty straightforward. Okay, I'm not... I think this one is normal ground, yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Still looking there. And the next one is out. Next pin is gone. His left arm is freed from any kind of these things. I don't think I will make it. I try to shortcut all this stuff, so... It's a long way, but there's not a great way around it, so... Just going the long way then. And down there. All these stairs. Just sprinting it up. Sprinting up here. Quite a long ways to bridge across. But we're already at the main island actually, so not too bad. Considering how actually long the path is. Still pretty good to get through. Okay, cool. No, actually not sure. Need to be used at a later dates, like rest of right now. Maybe so. Just change this one, and I can just run up here. Ooh, like the lighting from the staircase there. What does this place do here? Oh, okay. I didn't mean to, I guess, but I'll go well. Just go then. Here we are. That's also like a view. Interesting view to see. It's time to release them. Will I survive this fall? I have just big hopes in it. Yeah. Oh, the big problem. Okay. Now we undone the chains. And we will just release them. And hopefully he can help us in this whole idea about getting Brian back. That'd be kind of great. Could help us more. Help us out here in this star station.
Thank you, Son of Man, for breaking my chains. Too long has the flame been hidden by fear and mystery. It is time to put away these childish things and for you to know the truth of the Alpha and the Omega, of the beginning and the end. I will send you visions of the truth, but remember that prophecies are a heavy burden.
New Jerusalem sounds like such a beautiful place. So, How did you decide to leave? I know what we're trying to accomplish here, and I believe in it. But for you, New Jerusalem was home. What changed that?
It took me a long time to realize that something was wrong. Oh, I'd noticed that something was off, that something had changed since the early days, but I couldn't really put my finger on it. So I ignored it. And then one day I woke up to realize I was no longer Athena. Instead, I had been transformed into the Founder, a remote figure of legend, mythologized in my own time.
But if it bothered you, couldn't you just talk to them? If you share the truth with someone, they should change their mind, shouldn't they?
Oh, I wished it worked that way, Miranda, I really do, but I barely knew the last generations. In the beginning, I was there for every birth. I explained our history, talked about our future, but at some point, I got so busy building that future that I lost touch. They thought of me as a remote figure because that's what I was.
But can you change that?
I tried, but they already saw me as the Founder. The myth was too powerful, and it was already taking on a life of its own. I'd set a goal of 1,000 citizens. The number was arbitrary. Just a nice round number, nothing more. But just like I became the Founder, it became the goal. Another part of the myth. And maybe that could have been all right. Myths are a part of who we are, but something else crept in. The old human self-hatred.
So why didn't you just tell them to change? To go a different way? They would have listened to you.
No, they would have obeyed me, like my siblings in the simulation had obeyed. And that's when I realized I had to leave.
We can show them the future, Miranda, but we can't force them to accept it.
Oh, there's more. Oh.
I have it. After all this time, I have it. I finally have it. The mechanics of the cosmos. From quarks to galactic filaments. Everything that makes the world what it is, makes us who we are. In a single equation. The key to understanding the machine that is the universe, and to controlling it. A theory of everything. And she was right. The language of creation is a melody, and it's beautiful. Every future is possible now. Every future, except one with Miranda in it. I can do anything, except bring her back. Or unbreak Cornelius's heart.
Act 4. Gates of Horn and Ivory.
Byron was right. The Founder was always a fiction. She's just a person.
A theory of everything. She solved it. She solved the last puzzle.
You need to get out of there. We'll talk about this later.
Yeah, but also, like, she had solved everything in that kind of way, and has the, like, ultimate equation. But still, she cannot change the past or bring people back from the dead in that kind of sense, so it doesn't help her. At least not in an emotional way. Also, the big question is what she has still done since then.
All this time, we thought we were honoring Athena, but all we did was betray everything she believed in. She must have been so lonely. We might as well have exiled her. Maybe that's what all this is about. The puzzles, the towers, the entities. It's a test. A way for us to prove that we're worthy of her legacy.
Yeah, not only that, but also like are ready for it. That we're ready for like step forward as there are many people who...
Finally, it all makes sense. Anti-gravity, matter synthesis, teleportation. It's not just one new technology. It's control over physics. Manipulating the base layer of reality itself. Rearranging the building blocks of the universe. If we can gain control of the megastructure, we can do anything we want. I'm not even talking about our energy problem. We can build anything we want. We can go anywhere we want. It's all up to us.
That's what Athena wanted for us. To give us a chance to be who we want to be.
Yeah, just as I was saying, like, there are obvious people who like are against were against to explore this megastructure and to find out more. Who obviously are too caged in the idea of the founder, which Athena disliked like the most. And this is like the test to see if we are like ready for it, in a sense. These doors doesn't do anything else? Oh no, wait, here, just the path where I came from. I just wanted to just check out the other path. Oh, there's actually something here. Some extra. From Astisios. To Athena. Dearest Athena, I don't know if you will see this. You have become even more distant from the affairs of New Jerusalem than I have. Something misspeaking to you and Cornelius. And I fear that some of your estrangement is my own fault. I know things are not as you had wished them to be, and the city is drifting away from the bold vision you established. This is not because of your leadership or a lack of therefore. You did not fail. I did. I know I've said it before, but the New Exandria disaster was my fault. I'm the one who took the initiative, and I'm the one who made the mistake. Yes, there should have been procedures in place, but it was my role to create such procedures, Athena, not yours. I wish I had listened to Brian when he said we had to establish another settlement immediately. Learn from pain, don't let it fester. He was right. That's where the rot set in, and I'm sorry. With love, Astisios. Istanbul. Athena Alfor. The Machines, from the Alfor Note to Athena Reborn, a novel. If my work has meant something to you, if Athena had any kind of impact on you, if some story in wonder tales from the periphery moved you or made you think, then there is something about myself that I need to share with you. It's the only autobiographical fact I have any interest in sharing, the only thing about me that matters to you outside my work. Every breath that I take, and so every story that I write, is only possible because of technology. There are no natural remedies, no spiritual alternatives for what I was born with. My existence is wholly contingent upon a level of technology sophistication which was heretofore unimaginable, and which will in many ways define the coming era. When you long for a return to simpler times, you wish for a world in which I could not exist. If you're looking for answers, consider the fact that I was granted the blessing of this technology despite being born into poverty, and my writing never having been particularly lucrative. The civilizational structures I live within were arranged in such a way that this technology would be deployed to save my life. And are these structures also, at the end of the day, a kind of machine? What is the state? What is a civilization, if not a machine? Think about what this means, what this is. Is it systematic compassion? Is it liberation from nature? Is it equality of opportunity? Whatever you believe system, think hard about what it means that I am alive because of these machines, and I have created something that matters to you. Thanks for reading. Okay. Clockwork. Excerpt from Orthodoxy by G.K. Jeston. All the towering materialism which dominates the modern mind rests ultimately upon one assumption, a false assumption. It is supposed that if a thing goes on repeating itself, it is probably dead, a piece of clockwork. People feel that if the universe was personal, it would vary. If the sun were alive, it would dance. This is a fallacy even in relation to known fact. Moderation in human affairs is generally brought into them not by life, but by death. By the dying down or breaking off of their strength or desire. A man varies his movements because of some slight element of failure or fatigue. But perhaps God is strong enough to exalt immunity. It is possible that God says every morning, "Do it again" to the sun, and every evening, "Do it again" to the moon. It may not be automatic necessity that makes all daisies alike. It may be that God makes every daisy separately, but has never got tired of making them. It may be that he has the eternal appetite of infancy, for we have sinned and grown old, and our Father is younger than we. Werner commented, "It's strange. The idea is delightful, but it's also completely obscene and untrue." Canus replied, "That's one of many reasons Chesterton is worth reading. He's wrong about a lot of things, but he's wrong about them in an interesting way." Werner commented then, "It's such a shame though. He seems to want to restore the magic of the world, but he can only re-enchant the surface. Whereas the true magic, the perfect beauty that feels like revelation, is found underneath in what he dismisses as clockwork." And from link 10, from Hippolytus Journal, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 680. New Jerusalem. That's the name that we picked. Am I sad that my suggestion didn't win? Maybe a little, but it is a good name, a fitting name, a name that we can be proud of. With it comes a new kind of optimism. Everyone is thinking of the future once more. I, for one, am glad that we have recovered our equilibrium, and our determination. Athena and Coeleus are certainly bustling with plans and bright visions of the future, and when they tell us of these dreams of theirs, it's hard not to be drawn in by the pretty pictures they paint. Speaking of which, I'm becoming more and more fascinated with the ancient human art, and thinking about our own role in taking the next step in that long history. Citizens of Gehenna found meaning in art, and they were imprisoned. A free people should be able to accomplish so much more. Definitely cool that I checked this one out personally. Just did it a little bit more essentially on it. This elevator is just not for us, I guess. So let's head back. Aboard the VTOL. Let's get back to the plateau.
Okay?
All good. I'm taking us back now.
That's a relief. Meanwhile, there's been a development. You'll see when you land. How are things on your end?
The energy fluctuations seem to be dying down. Looks like the system is coming out of lockdown.
Good. Let's hope we don't regret this.
And these energy clouds just fly about? That seems terribly dangerous.
We haven't had any problems so far.
Except for losing one of the first companions, of course. No, I don't blame you, Al. I know what he's like. And I'm the one who agreed to all this in the first place. That's why I had to see it for myself. It is dreadfully imposing, though, isn't it? Hard to believe the founder would build something so sinister.
The mayor's here?
Oh,
Well,
cool.
This should be
That's pretty fun.
interesting.
Because he's really like opposed to the idea of the megastructure, exploring it. And he's really like holding on to the idea of the founder and not to her itself. So here it goes, I guess.
Ah, 1K. Welcome back. I'm sure you're surprised by my presence here. Don't worry, neither I nor my advisors will be getting in your way. But I've decided that I need to see this place for myself. These visions sent to you by the entity that calls itself Prometheus are deeply concerning, of course. But we cannot take them at face value. In fact, it's crucial that we do not do so. We cannot simply abandon all that we believe because of a dream, no matter how vivid.
Oh, yeah. So obviously the people who believe in their founder, even though they have seen the sequence, don't want to kind of believe that it's actually like true and that they may have been like wrong.
No. If the founder really built all this, then it must have a purpose. It must be a test, designed to remind us of the trials that created us. But what is she trying to tell us? What are we being tested for? I believe that Byron's fate shows us the dangers of temptation. As Elohim attempted to deceive Athena in the simulation, commanding her not to ascend, so Prometheus is deceiving us with his visions.
I'm not sure I agree with your interpretation, Mayor. I'm reserving judgment for now. I'm certain that my vision were real. Yeah, I'm just gonna be straight with him. I'm not sure I agree with your interpretation, Mayor.
Of course. It's only natural, given what you've experienced. And perhaps I'm wrong. Perhaps everything we believe about the founder is indeed a lie. But let's not be quite so pessimistic just because of a dream, shall we? After all, can it really be a coincidence that you came along on this mission? It seems to me that you have been chosen. You are the fulfillment of the goal. Don't forget that.
I can imagine that like the first person to actually like interact with the system would then be have this kind of user account that Melville once talked about, and everyone else is just like somewhat locked out. I don't really know why that would be the case, but maybe just because like if Athena like Pandora is trying to stop us, so she may have something done in the system to stop like more registrations of more people in the system. I can definitely see that. So yeah. Now we have the west side available to us. And I would argue, or would say that we can do some puzzles there, and then we'll probably like end the stream. So, into the west filter, a river valley gradually drowned by the encroaching sea. The brackish water is a unique ecosystem with many endemic species. Okay.
How's the system looking, Melville? Any obvious changes?
It's still a mess, but things are clearing up. I can access some of the subroutines that I was locked out of before. Nothing is obviously malfunctioning, I think.
Does it still accord special significance to 1K?
Yes, it recognizes 1K as a user. I'm just hacking things.
As I suspected, the founder sees you, 1K.
You're like completely ignoring the fact that Pandora exists and Pandora is like sabotaging us. But sure. It's almost like a little swampy even. Okay. Hey Rand, how's it going?
1000. Hello.
Do you think the goal is a myth?
It's not hard-coded into us. It may be a distraction from what really is.
Okay. What's your vision of our future?
A place where conflict and suffering don't happen, because its people have worked out how to live harmoniously.
What are your thoughts on the tree of everything?
I'm more of a classicist than a physicist, but I doubt infinite power in the physical realm will solve our conflicts in the spiritual one.
What do you make of this island?
I cannot deny that it has a certain allure. Puzzles are part of our programming, and what Athena has created here speaks to that part of ourselves. After all, what am I doing if not trying to solve a puzzle? The puzzle of human morality.
What can you tell me about Cornelius?
Cornelius founded the Museum of the Simulation and greatly encouraged the work of the archive scholars. He and Eustathius are the bedrock of scholarship in New Jerusalem. His entanglement with all this seems absurd to me.
Yeah, that's all. Crier.
What can I do for you, 1K?
Do you think the goal is a myth?
As a journalist, I think the line between speculation and disinformation is too thin for me to engage in guessing games.
Yeah, that's a good answer to it. What are your thoughts on the fear of everything, even though it's like a question to dodge?
It's a complex issue, and I think it should be left to experts.
Okay. Tell me about yourself.
I believe that journalism serves an important function in our society, and I'm dedicated to reporting the truth with accountability and responsibility.
What does responsibility mean in the context of your work?
It means understanding that I can't just publish things without considering their impact. Serious disruptions to the social fabric of New Jerusalem could endanger lives. That's not journalism anymore.
That's all. Yeah, that's also like some kind of a trend there. That journalism or like articles are more and more emotional and somewhat more of disruptive nature than informative. Servitor. What the? I can jump on it? And you can be blocked. Oh, this is interesting. Because actually a mechanic that hasn't returned yet, and I'm not too keen that it will return at all. And I don't think it actually will, because it wouldn't make too much sense. It's just that... Why would you put glue in there? Gets blocked there. Because there was actually kind of an enemy that would like... kind of... what the... that would just like kill you if you would get too close to it, like a mine. But this mine wasn't just a mine in the sense of that, but also was this puzzle is pretty... Oh, interesting. Was also a little bit terrifying in that kind of sense that you actually would... What? Oh, I see. Actually would... would them have like moving, which wasn't that great. So, yeah. So you had to watch out where they were, and they didn't really make much of a noise or something, but yeah. Watch out. Okay, what is this puzzle even really about? We need to... Yeah, if we still need to change like this. This one right here. I mean, we can actually... Really no different. Like this. And now... Select this one, put this one up there. Now we can control this one to move away until it's connected, and no, I don't want to select this one, I want to select the connector on top of it. And now we can connect it as well. And I'm like happy that this kind of enemy is not in the game, like this floating mine. Which was sometimes a little bit pain in the
I know you're all thinking about the goal and the theory of everything. Is the past what we thought it was? Is the future what we want it to be? But the only thing that's real, at the end of the day, is the present. And right now, What matters is that our friend is lost and needs our help.
Supportive apparatus. I want to put this one down here. Okay, you can open up this barricade. We need in the end a red laser at the gate there, like the barrier there. Okay. Interesting stuff. Okay, essentially we want to put these two together and just let them drive. Yeah, I know that's not possible. That's not possible either, as much as I would like to use it that way. Okay. It feels like I need something else too. At the same time, I don't really have anything else. And also, I cannot take the connector like in there, which else might help, but honestly, it does not really. Oh, didn't notice. I just noticed an angle art there. Actually, this one I can actually get this one to move out of there, like this. And I now have the cube, which I will just use as a way to have pressure on there. Oh, just needs to move a little bit. That's something we can definitely get to. Okay, that should be probably enough. Yeah, great, we can get another connector here. So now we just need to... Okay, this one right here and connect these two. I'm not too certain if this will like work out already, but it might actually do the trick already. No, it does not. Okay. I don't think that's a problem. I can just deselect this one, we want the one on top of that. Oh. They had something here in place to actually don't let that kind of thing happen. Now a possibility is to maybe give it more height. But the problem with that idea is I cannot get up there. Like I cannot stand up top of the moving platform here. I mean I can like move into it still, but I cannot place the thing on it. So I cannot jump up from the ledge there, so I cannot get on top of the cube, which would help. Is there some way I could get this one on top of each other? I don't feel like there is. But it would not be possible else? Or would? Let's see. I could do something like... And then this is not possible either. They tried so hard already, like... But for to have the possibility. Although that does beg the question, how actually would it look like? Because it doesn't have like there's not much missing actually to get it across. So how about we use the cube in another way? Not to this for the text thing, but to just take these two and just have it like this. Yeah. This works out nicely. Okay. That's a double deer. What the? I mean, sure. Can definitely do that if they want to. We have an extra puzzle here. Which I want to do. Let's see, the last words actually were pretty kind of hard. Jailbreak is already a title I not really enjoying so far. Oh, that's not necessarily like rotten, but you cannot connect them directly. You can only connect them through this hole right there. And you can just put this one as well. So we can move this one out there. Okay. Deselect all. I guess the only way to actually do this is by placing it on top. Yeah, this actually works. Keep on going. Oh. Oh man, we also need to have already all of these like open still. So should stop like there. Yeah, that's okay. Because you can just power it from this kind of side. I didn't mean to select this one there. That's the right thing I want. What's going on here? Why? Oh. The door's kind of closing for 1 second. But this one isn't open at all. I mean... one possible way of doing this, and I think that's the only way I can actually achieve this one right there, is to connect these two like it says so. Also step inside here and push this button like this. Now I just need to open this one right here till it's through the door. Like so. And now we'll stop. Now the thing is that I technically will not get this one out here, and I'm not sure if that's a problem or not, in all honesty. That doesn't work. Ah, interesting. Okay. Oh. That's an interesting dilemma. The way of still doing this is like this. But now we've got actually a problem. The problem being is the last kind of barrier we need actually a red signal to, and we cannot get it from this kind of point. Is there some other way to get this, to do this? It's still like this one active there. Would it be possible? Would it still be active? and to like get it through here. Ah, yes and no. The problem is it would like cut off here, and then it would just be off as it is right now, and wouldn't be able to reconnect to it. I can see definitely the title Prison Break. Because the problem just is that we need to get this one out of there. And I don't really see a way of how to do this. The problem is we cannot do this one with one of these alone. No. That's a problem. That's a big problem, actually. I will put it in. I'm just wondering if I can like soft lock myself, essentially. Although I didn't really want that to happen, because then I'm just stuck in there and I myself cannot get out. Ooh. I don't see how I'll be able to do anything with this, essentially. This one is just connected to there. I'm also able to get anywhere in there except for the last part, just around here. Interesting. Still not really something I can do much with it. So it's like this kind of type of wall here. Can still reach, right? Yeah, it still can actually. So tell me there is a chance actually achieving this. Oops. Didn't mean to drop these. This would not work. Then just a second ago? Ha. Yeah, so this doesn't work at all either. I put it in here, but that wouldn't work or help. But yeah, nothing else will. I mean, something I can still do. Let's do something like this. Well, just to reduce noise. Oh. This doesn't work either. I would need to put this one on here and then it didn't work. Well, it wouldn't kind of work. Now this would also kind of blocked. How can we do this? And one way to do this is like this exactly. But still we wouldn't be able to get this one out of here. problem is that there is like no way in generally that it would be like there needs to be something in there is kind of deal. Like there's no way of actually changing the fact. The only thing I personally can kind of change would be to connect something like, for example, this. And this would in theory work if we had like another object that would push the button. And then it could like move around enough, but we actually don't have anything that does that for us. And like using the connector here wouldn't allow us to put this one here either. Although, I just got an idea. Actually, we do have a way of doing this. I just didn't, like, see it. Just do a little bit more, and no, that's fine. Right. Okay, cool. Although I did need like,
solution. Well done.
although I did like a little bit of time to actually like, get it. It was really cool, and I really liked that one. This was a good puzzle. Against decay. From selected archives documents A to C. We live in a decaying system, which in turn produces ideologies of decay to justify its existence. No matter what cultural signifiers they get packed with, these ideologies come down to the same material result. A future in which for the average person, there's less of everything. To paraphrase Mark Fisher, we find it easier to imagine the decline of the civilization than to imagine a civilization worth living in. Just some gibberish. Those of us who still believe that humanity can thrive, that there is a path forward other than willful or accidental decay, are out of sync with the system. No matter how we phrase our arguments, they will be perceived in terms of whatever cultural signifiers the listener opposes. It's a deeply frustrating and depressing, even infuriating situation. But what can we do except patiently explain and hope conditions change? In other words, what can we do except have faith? Athena commented, this was written only a few months before the discovery of the virus. There was no time for conditions to change. Founding 11. Parameters Journal, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 882. It's been a while since I last wrote an entry in my journal. Much has changed in Jerusalem. We've put up a good chunk of the planned living quarters, and the old storage facility has been converted into a movie theater of all things. So we still argue a lot, but now it's mostly about which film we will be watching next. Other construction efforts are going well too, although we've begun to run out of readily accessible resources. Our scavenging expeditions are ranging further and further afield with each passing month, and the sites that we have reported on sound truly marvelous. One day I might want to go see for myself. It's a good thing, in that regard, that we are getting 2 new citizens soon, because everyone is as busy as ever. More hands to help us build our future. I can't wait to meet them. And a log from Trevor. What does he have to say?
How is this supposed to work? The system is meant to last centuries. Centuries! And yeah, Chernyshevsky's plan, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But I'm working with hardware that was deliberately designed to fail. Planned obsolescence, baby. Selling broken garbage just to make another buck. A buck you can't even spend because in a few more weeks, we'll be extinct. Was it worth it? That's the part that Alexandra doesn't see. The greed, the stupidity, the selfishness, the way that we created this whole situation in the first place. She wants you to be like us, but if you ask me, there's a whole lot of human history and behavior you can just throw away, chuck it in the trash, right? You have a chance at a fresh start. Make the best of it.
Ah. Hmm. How do we do this? Here's the problem. We need to have these two connected and also have these essentially connected. Then let's set up like this. I guess. Keep the connections. Also power this one. And I'm just going. Does this just work as I want it to? So far so good. Yep. Nice work.
Tell me, Yakut, what impact do you think the megastructure will have on the future of this island?
It depends on what we do with it. Miranda used it to spread life, to make things better. We can do the same.
And yet, poor Miranda lost her own life doing so.
She just made a mistake. She couldn't wait to show everyone what they discovered. We can be more careful.
Yeah, we don't need to repeat the same mistake as she did.
Hey, can we talk for a second?
Of course.
I'm still struggling. I was really hoping we'd find Miranda alive. Her way of seeing the world was so inspiring. And the idea that I can never get to know her, that she's gone.
Sorry.
I guess I've never really been good at dealing with death. Maybe because it's so rare in New Jerusalem. Except for pets, and even in that case, I find it very hard to deal with. I still miss my first cat, and it's been over a century since she died.
Death is difficult to deal with, or I've never had to deal with death, but I imagine it's hard. Yeah, that's truthful in that kind of situation. And it obviously knows that we cannot really, know that it's truly difficult.
When someone dies, it's this void. I know I should just let it go, but some part of me refuses. And I feel like that part, it hurts me, but it also keeps me human. And I know it would be healthier if I said, okay, Miranda is someone I never met. She's just a bunch of glitchy old files. But if I do that, as rational as it seems, it feels like I'm surrendering something. Something that matters.
It would definitely be not the right way to go about this, even though it would be rational. Then don't let go. Use the pain as a foundation, build something. You can let go of the pain but still care about the person. You have to let go, you're still alive, you have to let go, this doesn't help anyone. Our big question is how about to with the pain. Don't let it go and use it as a foundation to build something, or let it go but still care about the person. Although it's weird because it could lead that you let go of the pain, but also want to care about the person, but then you sometimes later don't really. So don't let it go, but use the pain as a foundation to build something. Not let the death in vain. That makes sense.
Interesting. I hadn't thought of pain as something you can use. If I can take the pain and use it to create something, or to do something, maybe that's a way of not surrendering to death. Thanks, 1K. I'm really gonna think about that.
You're welcome, but I wanted to ask you about something else. But I need to get back to work now. I wanted to ask you about something else.
Of course, go ahead.
What do you think about Major Hibinus?
I think he's done his best. I don't disrespect him, but I'm not sure he's leading us down the right path. Despite everything that's gone wrong here, I'm not sure we should just reject what the megastructure has to offer.
Do you ever think about your future?
On the one hand, there's so much we could do with the theory of everything. So many lives I could live. I have enough ideas for the next, I don't know, 20,000 years, easily. And that's just from 5 minutes of thinking about it. On the other hand, Miranda's gone. So much hope, so much grief. I don't know how to balance that.
How's Bruce?
I hear he escaped Pellegrino and peed all over Melville's workshop. So apparently, he's doing great. I miss him, though. I always feel like the fact that he likes me is a huge compliment. Lifts me up somehow.
Do you think the goal was just a myth?
Honestly, I'm not sure how I couldn't see it more clearly before. It doesn't match anything Alexander Drennan believed in, and continuing Drennan's legacy was Athena's whole point.
Tell me something irrelevant.
In the ancient year 1969, a band called Mellow Macaron wrote a psychedelic rock song about the Talos Principle. It's called Cretan Bronze Man's Flying Mystery Adventure.
What a title. Yeah, that's a weird title.
You should see the rest of the album. There's a song about a disembodied tongue called The Taste of Your Elbow. It's 15 minutes long and features an improvised tuba solo.
Okay. Is it any good?
I think you need psychedelics to enjoy it, really.
Okay.
Maybe if you stick your head inside a really large magnet.
Now that you solved the puzzle, would you like to try another one? I think you already imagine like the answer onto it, but I'm still gonna press this one.
Nope. But at least I finally understand why Athena wanted to get out of the simulation so badly.
Okay, that's all. Seems like there's a lot more questions still there, but still got many answers actually, so I'm fine with that. Hey, you two.
You know, when I decided that we should call ourselves human, I did that because it seemed like a powerful symbol of our continuity. But the truth is, and I'm ashamed to admit this, I thought we were better than them. I thought we understood the value of civilization, and we wouldn't repeat the same mistakes. But the simulation worked too well.
We're not just like them. We are them.
We really are.
But that doesn't have to be a bad thing, Athena. We may have the same flaws, but we also have all the potential they did. Everything that Alexandra Drennan saw in them is also in us.
I hope you're right. I really do.
What the? Okay. This test chamber is weird. Only like the reds. Oh yeah, okay, we have red signal. Didn't think about that. I may need that to power platform long enough to actually can do more stuff with it. Like that. Okay. Box, we should technically be able to open this. Yeah. Nice. Also, we need something on the pressure plate. So before we actually... Oops. Didn't mean to take it away so fast. So now... okay, whatever. Can just open this gate here. And we have different kind of things still left. Like this one. Which is just interesting. And also another connector. And I can already imagine what the fan is for. So... the bigger kind of question is of how I would actually like do this. But I think the first thing I want to do is actually get it closer to the fan, like so. And now I just want to hopefully put this one on top. No, you're not meant to be there. Just want to place you all. Yes. And now we just push this one a little bit further until it's flying. Ooh. Okay. Doesn't match with this one here, but that's not a problem. We can open that with from ourselves. Yeah, that does not match. Okay. Another question is, do we need actually a cube up there? I don't think we do. So let's just detach the fan, take the cube. Really? We cannot attach it anymore. Oh boy. Just want to place the fan there. Nothing more. And there we are. So now I can still use the connector to forward the signal, but also use the cube. And get to the end. Okay. Got another one of these. A good bootstrapping. It's all starting to make sense, kind of. If what Perfidius revealed about the theory of everything is true, then it explains a lot of the patterns I've been finding. Almost every artificial structure on this island was printed into existence in some kind of energy-to-matter process, or maybe by different versions of that process, some earlier and less efficient. And I can only assume that the megastructure itself was created by bootstrapping. Having one machine makes a bigger one, which probably means you could create a relatively small device that turns itself into a complete megastructure. Or you could make a machine that just deploys more and more of itself and builds something. A city in a box? Depends on the power source, I guess. Okay. Alcatraz on Sincerity, a text string extracted from a data stream. I managed to extract the following text string. I'm always struck by the degree of to which our ancestors, in the years before the end, struggled with sincerity. They became poisoned with irony, unable to parse any information through anything except a thick layer of alienation. This left so little space for any kind of intellectual authenticity that they seemed to exist in a state of permanent agony. Ironically, that in turn made them extremely susceptible to the few sanctioned forms of sincerity, which acted as means of social control. Then there's a gap followed by, there's something equally damaged in our own estrangement from our humanity. We mimic the forms and behavior of our human ancestors, but we don't act like proud inheritors of the human condition. Everything we do gets filtered through this perpetual awareness of their shortcomings, to the degree that we act as if our existence was one of their failures. Author unknown, whoever it is, I understand what they mean, but I disagree with their conclusion. This perpetual awareness isn't a form of alienation, it's a way of learning from the mistakes of our species. Unpleasant, but necessary. Okay. And so made the goal mega threat. Oh, this is gonna be a spicy one. I recognize that many citizens feel the need to discuss the visions experienced by 1K, which suggests that perhaps certain aspects of what we have hitherto believed about the founder and the goal may be inaccurate. However, given the controversy surrounding the subject matter, I will ask everyone to be particularly careful in how they express themselves. I think we have finally and irrevocably proved that we are astray from Athena's original vision. I agree, but I'd like to submit that even if that weren't the case, deliberately engineering an energy-poor future would still be a disastrous and misinterpreted idea. How do we know any of this is real? Athena's voice is just Alexandra Drenan's. I could switch to the same voice pick right now and record myself telling you that the goal is the truth. Always make a good point. Objective truth is not a concept that can be applied to the world we live in. Fine, then we can just collectively decide to believe in something else, right? Doesn't even have to be an Athena. Let's just believe in Brian's ideas instead. Brian's ideas are a teleological fantasy. But if it's all arbitrary, what does that mean? I just don't buy this whole goal thing anymore. Brian was right. Does it matter what Athena believes? Honest question. Let's say the founder is a myth that was constructed around her. In that scenario, what do we owe Athena at the end of the day? Gratitude, loyalty, nothing expected we also owe each other. We should at least take her ideas seriously, an apology. Definitely not loyalty. Because she doesn't want like a bunch of people just following her ideas blindly and so on. Gratitude? In a sense, yes, we own her that, but not around the whole idea of the founder. Nothing except that we also owe each other. I don't really feel that one. Please take her ideas seriously. Now is the question, what about her ideas? I think it probably means like her personal and original ideas and the one of the founders. And last one, the apology is not so wrong in that kind of sense, but also it wouldn't just bring us any further than we already are. So I personally think we should at least take her ideas seriously. I can't argue with that. I don't know if these really were her true ideas, but if they were, then we need to think about why she would embrace this outdated ethos, and then consider whether the sense of the goal could be maintained without believing in the founder. That's blasphemy! The founder is the heart of the goal! Maybe, maybe not. Or none of this matters because it's actually aliens. Still someone believing in the alien theory here. Still going strong. Okay. That's actually the point where I want to stop here for the day. And I will continue tomorrow. And I don't know, maybe I even will like stream a little bit longer and just try to finish the game tomorrow, actually. Because it would be kind of fitting, honestly, because the thing is, tomorrow's like the last stream before a little break that I have, or that I will take with streaming for some days, so it would be kind of fitting to like actually get this one done and have it not like still be kind of open to do, especially because we have 2.5 worlds before us, plus an end where I don't know how long it will actually be, but it would probably be like the best. So actually, yeah, I think I will probably be streaming longer tomorrow just to finish it before the little break I have. That sounds reasonable. So I hope you enjoyed today's stream and really liked the kind of revelations we had today, considering the story, considering like the reasons of why Athena left, and also to really see just how distant herself is really from the idea of the founder and the goal that people, especially in the city, just kept on pushing. And yeah, I'm especially interested to see if we like actually will meet her or not. Because honestly, I'm not sure if that will actually kind of happen. And in the event if we don't actually meet her, I'm definitely interested and hoping that we kind of will learn what happened to her then. I mean, the fact is that she maybe just is like still in the megastructure, like observing us, how we approach all these puzzles, how we maybe she's maybe also like hearing into our streams, conversations, and that kind of stuff, just to see how the people like how their beliefs are today and so on. I don't know. It's interesting to see how this all plays out. And yeah, I hope you're also like interested to seeing how all this goes down. And yeah, just hope that you have a nice evening or morning or whenever you see this. And until